An annuity consists of end-of-month payments of $250 continuing for 6.5 years. Based on a nominal rate of 8% compounded quarterly, let's calculate the annuity's present value as well as its future value. Now, the first thing we want to figure out here is we want to figure out what kind of annuity structure we're working with. We have end-of-payment period payments, which means we have an ordinary annuity. However, we have payments happening at the end of the month, whereas the compounding frequency is quarterly. Since those frequency numbers aren't the same, this is a general kind of annuity, which means we're going to have to calculate I2. So taking the given rate as I1, our 8% compounded quarterly, that means F1 is equal to 4. And then we want to convert this into a periodic rate that reflects end-of-month compounding. So let's take F2 to be 12. Let's go ahead and move over to our calculator. 1 plus 8% compounded quarterly. Let's close that bracket and raise this to, we're going to go open bracket 4 divided by 12. Close that bracket and then subtract 1. So here's our value for I2, and what we need to do is we need to apply this into some of the formulas coming up, but I don't want to have to write this number out a bunch, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the STO button, which is the storage button, and then I'm going to hit the number 9. So I'm going to store this value to number 9 so that I can call it back later. So for example, if I clear out my work, and then I hit the RCL, or the recall button, I can recall this I2 value back at a later time. So let's begin by calculating the present value of our annuity by applying the following formula. We know that our payment sizes are $250, and then let's update the inside of our bracket here to reflect the fact that we're going to use I2 instead of I. And then the last thing we need to figure out is the value for N. Since we have end-of-month payments, our frequency number must be 12. We're going to continue that for the span of 6.5 years. 12 times 6.5 is equal to 78. So let's take negative 78 as our power here. Now we should be in good shape to go ahead and perform this calculation. 1 minus, open bracket, 1 plus, recall 9, close bracket, and let's raise that to the power of negative 78. I'm going to hit the equals button here just to get the number inside the numerator of our fraction. We need to divide this by recall 9, and then multiply by 250. And that gives us a present value of about $15,190.94. Moving on to part B, we already know how to update the formula here. We know we're going to take 250 as our payment size. We've calculated N to be 78, and let's go ahead and replace our I's with I2. So again, let's start in the numerator. 1 plus recall 9. Let's close that bracket, raise it to the power of 78, and then subtract 1. Okay, we need to divide this by I2, recall 9. And then we need to multiply this by 250. And this gives us a future value of our annuity as $25,420.79.